Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My sidekick here is little Simba, and on today's video we're going to be using this absolutely gorgeous 21-inch Deco Mesh to make a lovely fall poof wreath. We're going to be using ivories and oranges and blacks, and it's going to be a very cozy and sweet wreath. Let's get started. All right, my friends, I'm trying to record and this cat is not making it easy. Drinking my tea so I can actually talk on camera. As you can hear, my voice is still gone, but let's go over the supplies. If you've been to Dollar Tree in fall, you've seen these little things, and the bad thing about them is they come off so super easy. So I'm going to be using just this tip part. Then I'm going to be using my favorite mesh ribbon, and this one is in an ivory shade, along with this beautiful ribbon. This ribbon is 1.5 inches and wired. It has a little check background. Goodness, Simba's on a mission over here. You will need 18 pipe cleaners plus whatever pipe cleaners you will need to hang your centerpiece. Speaking of centerpiece, I got 3 felt pieces because that's how many I'm going to use to attach this little sign to our wreath. For my Deco Mesh, I'm going to be using this beautiful 21-inch by 10 yards Deco Mesh. For our wreath base, I'm going to be using a metal 14-inch wreath form. Now it's time to attach the pipe cleaners to our wreath form. And if this part really kind of intimidates you or is a little difficult for you, we are going to make it your favorite part of the wreath. Well, almost. This wreath form is separated into 6 sections, and in each section you're going to put 3 pipe cleaners, and that is how we're going to work. We're going to work one section at a time. And if you're using an 18-inch wreath form, that one will have 2 more sections. So all you have to do is add 6 more pipe cleaners and do the same exact thing. So we're going to take our first one and we're going to attach it to row 1 and 2 right in the center. I'm going to give it 2 twists, and then I'm going to point my pipe cleaner towards the inside of the wreath form. That is going to be helpful to us when we're attaching our Deco Mesh. Now I'm going to go to the sides of the center one and attach it to row 3 and 4. 2 twists, and I'm going to just fold it towards the outside. Same thing with the second one. 2 twists, and we're going to point it out. Now if you just focus on this little section and take a look how it's done, that's it. You are just going to repeat the process going all the way around. I'm done attaching all my pipe cleaners on row 1 and 2. I have 6 pipe cleaners facing towards the inside. On row 3 and 4, I have 12 facing towards the outside. I'm ready to attach my 21-inch Deco Mesh to my wreath form, and I'm also going to be using 3 zip ties. These are going to be used as a little bit of reinforcement for the beginning, the end, and in the middle. Before I start working, I like to show you what I'm actually going to be doing. We're going to work in a little spiral. If I start with this pipe cleaner, I'm going to attach my Deco Mesh, secure it with the first zip tie. Then I'm going to go around making 10-inch loops. When I'm done with my circle going all the way around, we're going to spiral to that outside row. We're going to go flat right here. Use the second zip tie. This is just going to secure that connection between the 2 levels. And here I'm going to do 9-inch loops. And the reason for that is the distance between these 2 and these 2 are obviously shorter. Another reason why I do 9 inches on the outside instead of 10 is it kind of saves on the Deco Mesh a little bit. And out of this one roll, you can make 2 wreaths. That's a lot of money saved because you pretty much need 5 yards per each poof wreath. And when you make these outside ones at 9 inches, you should be fine. All right, let's get this Deco Mesh going. And the first thing we're going to do is give it about 2-3 inches and gather the edge. When you have gathered your edge, what I like to do is make sure that all of the little ends are inside. See how close this is? Make sure you pull that out. This is just to make sure that everything gets attached and you have a nice secure connection. A tight twist And then I'm going to be using my first zip tie. I'm going to go on row 2, and about an inch from my actual pipe cleaner, I'm going to go out and zip tie that tail. Biggest reason for that is it will flatten that tail out and it won't flop, and it'll be just nice and in place. Let me cut off that tail. Now let's make our poofs. One of the most important things when you're making poofs is making sure that you are tightening your poof, meaning there's your 10 inches. Don't just, eye it or measure it out. I mean, you can if you want to, of course. I like doing this way because it'll give you nice, even poofs. Nice and straight. As you can see, I'm keeping it taut. And there goes my next one. After I twist my pipe cleaner, I do face them all up so that they are accessible to me when we're adding on the ribbon later. I'm done with the inside row and I'm working my way out to the outside row. There is the zip tied. That's where we started. That's where we ended. And we're just going flat to the next pipe cleaner available, working our way out in that spiral kind of way. 2 twists, and now we're officially on that outside row. Zip tie number 2, and I'm going to zip tie it to row 3. This is definitely an extra step, but I like doing it knowing that that transition is there, it's in place, it's not moving anywhere. There is that transition, just the next pipe cleaner out, and there's the zip tie. Now I'm going to be going down to 9-inch loops and just attaching them to my pipe cleaner, going all the way around. I am on my last loop, and after I measured it, I'm just going to cut off the tail about 2-3 inches. I'm going to point my tail towards the inside between these rows and attach it to that pipe cleaner that we started our outside row with. 2 nice twists. And then I'm going to flip so you can see what I'm doing. Zip tie number 3, and I'm going to zip tie the tail to row 3. We're looking from the top. There's that last pipe cleaner. That's where I zip tied it, a little tail, about an inch distance between the zip tie and our last pipe cleaner. And I'm not worried about the tail because it is zip tied in really, really nicely. Next, I'm going to go around and poof all my little poofs. The wreath is all poofed out. Now it's time to get the ribbon done and decorate this baby. I'm going to start with mesh ribbon, and I'm going to be cutting it into 11-inch strips, and I'm going to need 36 of these 11-inch strips. I find that the best way to cut this mesh ribbon is actually just using a rotary cutter. Now I have my sweet pumpkin ribbon, and this one I'm going to be cutting into 20-inch strips, going down all the way to 20, and I'm going to need 18 strips. I have a 10-yard roll, and it's going to use up the whole thing. My ribbon is all zigzagged. Now it's time to cut the corners. Just fold in half and cut off a little triangle, making sure that you cut off the little edges, just like this. That way we have separation and dovetails at the same time. Now let's make our orchid bundles. I call these orchid bundles because you will see it will kind of look like a little orchid flower as we go around. For this type of bundle, I like to use a solid color and a printed color. If this one's printed, then this would be solid like here, or if this one's printed, I like this one solid because you want a beautiful contrast. Grabbing 2 of my base little pieces, I'm just going to crisscross them just like that. Now for the long ribbon, we're going to kind of make an awareness bow just like that, but the tails I'm going to go ahead and measure at 5 inches. That's going to give me the middle. Now I know my middle is about there. I'm going to put it right there, and we're going to collect it in the center. Once I collected it, I'm going to go in the back and just twist it because we want this part to be on top. And if you're working with one-sided ribbon, make sure the design is on top. And now we're ready to attach. A few twists, then twist it up. I'm going to cut about an inch from the connection. Fold this part in half. and then I'm going to fold it back. We're still going to put something in the center, so don't worry about that. Now I have my little top, the two little tails, and the other ribbon, I'm kind of just putting it to the side. It's going to be so pretty. And this is where the orchid comes in, where you have the top, the tails, and then we're going to put a little centerpiece here. Let's make another one. Crisscross the two base ribbon pieces, then grabbing our long piece. So what you want to do is, I have one hand going this way, one hand on top, and I'm just going to twist. And you're basically just making a little awareness ribbon. Make sure your tails are even, and I like to measure them at about 5 inches. That way you know where your center is. Crisscross these, put this right on top, and you're going to just scrunch it up. Just like that, just scrunch it up. Then this part, I like to do it while it's still in my hand. Do you see how the back is turned? We're just going to turn it right there. And now it's done in your hand. You don't have to mess with it, and you are ready to attach. A few twists. Can you imagine the rest of the wreath when I put all of these in? It's going to be so beautiful. And then we're going to put the little centerpieces in and the sign. I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of these, going all the way around and to all the pipe cleaners. My friends, the bundles are all on and they're absolutely beautiful. The loops kind of make it seem like, is there a bow? Like, what's going on? And then you have the tails. It's such a beautiful, elegant look. Now I'm going to bring in these little guys, and I'm just going to pick them off. Grab some hot glue, put it right on top, give it a nice generous amount. And now you're going to put this in the center of all the orchids. And it's just going to give it a little bit of a fun element. As I'm putting on my little centerpieces, I had a little visitor who just ruined my little bundles over there. And now I'm going to have to fluff it all up again, but really, how cute are we? How cute are we? By the way, if you see funny color hot glue sticks, that's because I'm just getting rid of all the colorful ones I have, so there's nothing special about these. It's just regular hot glue sticks. Okay, Simba is still on the wreath. I put all the centerpieces on, but we're going to take a look at those at the end. I'm just going to shimmy him to the side as I do my centerpiece. Remove this jute cord. I decided to connect the pumpkin in 3 spots, on top and bottom. I have got my 3 pipe cleaners and 3 little pieces of felt about 1 by 1.5 inch. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaners, fold them in half, and make a little bit of a flat part. And your pipe cleaners should look something like this. To add one right here, a little bit of hot glue. Then I put my actual pipe cleaner right on top, back and forth. And then I'm going to grab my little piece of felt, put it right on top, and there you go, a nice connection. And this pipe cleaner is going nowhere. And now we need to remove this kitten. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Simba. Mama's gonna give you lots of kisses. Okay, I'm going to put the sign in, decide exactly where you want the sign to go. When you feel like it's looking good, let's flip. And I like to connect on these intersections. One is going between row 1 and 2, and the other one's going between row 2 and 3. And I'm going to give it 1 twist only, because I'm going to go back, make sure that I like where it's at, and I'm going to come back to the back again and really tighten those pipe cleaners in. If you feel like the loop should go behind, that's fine. You can definitely do that depending on your sign. The sign is pretty centered. I'm going to flip and really secure these in place. To hang the wreath, I'm going to grab that piece of jute cord that came off the sign, go to the top, and you can attach it on row 2, 3. Let's attach it to row 2 and 3. Measure how much I want. A couple knots. And that's it. This will make a good hanging loop. And just like that, the knot is on the inside. Pull this through the front of the wreath. Now I'm just doing final touches and making sure all our ribbons are out nicely. It's going to look so pretty.
It is pumpkin season, it is orange season, warm, gorgeous fall colors, and this wreath had it all. I hope you enjoyed how this wreath came out. In the comments below, please include some kind of a orange something, either a heart or a pumpkin or whatever orange emoji you can find, just to have a little fun. Why not, right guys? If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the little bell button so you are notified every time a wreath comes out. I'm also going to mention community tab right now. Not everybody knows about the community tab. In the community tab, every single day, I post either a scripture or a little motivational saying, except Thursday. That is when I do a throwback of any of my wreaths, centerpieces, projects, something. And then I'm also trying to include surveys once in a while on Thursdays, just to kind of keep it fun. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being with me. Here are some videos for you to enjoy. If you're not done watching wreath tutorials, this little wiggle worm and I are going to go. Simba, did you want to give everyone a little kiss? Mwah! Bye, guys. And a little wave? You so sweet. He's the sweetest.